Welcome back, everybody. Yes, we are seeing green. We love to bring to light some environmental issues and solutions, and today this guy has a good one. It is Alex Stuart with the Global Wind Group. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a bit, before we get to the project that everybody's talking about, tell me a bit about the Global Wind Group. What are you all about?
Yeah, we're a new company. We're in the works for about 18 months now. We're a Winnipeg-based company, and we're just getting started here. We've taken a lot of time to try and understand the wind industry and understand sort of where the wind resources fall within the province. And because we sell a different style of turbine, we can use different types of wind than the large megawatt projects to use.
But when you say wind, when I first heard about this segment, I pictured, and there's 3 of these out in the arm of Morris. I was picturing those big, huge propellers on a stick, for lack of a better term, that everybody sees when they're going down the highway. But that's not the case here.
No. We've got 3 vertical axis wind turbines, so the turbines spin on a different axis. And what makes that special is because as soon as you put it vertically, it doesn't matter where the wind comes from. So they're insensitive to turbulence. They also don't make any noise.
Now, there's a shot of it right there. Tell us how that all works.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing there is about 10 feet tall. It's about 10 feet in diameter. And the wings look basically like an airplane wing. So if you took an airplane wing and flipped it on its side, so it's creating lift in that circle there. And the best part about it is that because it doesn't cut the wind, it doesn't generate any noise. So you've actually got a silently running turbine at this point, which is one of the sort of major complaints about the large ones is that noise.
Now, there's another shot of it right there, but I mentioned the arm of Morris. There are 3 of those on the rooftop of a garage, am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay, how did that come about, that you're out there, and what is it doing for that garage?
Okay, yeah, the 3 turbines are generating 3,600 watts of clean electricity. Okay. And that electricity then goes straight into the breaker panel. So whatever the building needs, it's pulling from the breaker panel. Whatever our turbines aren't producing enough for the building, it pulls down off the grid, so that the 2 work seamlessly together.
Now, let's go to the saving side. What is this doing for the carbon footprint, and also how is it, like, what kind of dollars are we talking here?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, the Rural Municipality of Morris pays a small premium. They pay about a 3-cent per kilowatt hour premium, which is eventually going to turn into a cost savings over time, over those rate increases. And the way that we calculate that is you take the total amount of power over the 25 years.
Okay, 25 years.
Yeah, so that's how long they're going to last. And you figure how much that power is worth per kilowatt hour. And the best part about that is that that's a flat line. So that doesn't increase. So we're delivering them power at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay. In a couple of years, a few more rate increases, suddenly Manitoba Hydro's power becomes a little bit more expensive. That's how you get that cost savings built in there. So they've invested now against future energy price increases.
Now, you say cost. What does one of these say down the road? Is this something that I could have on my home and reap the benefits from? And if so, what kind of numbers are we looking at? Yeah,
certainly. Those units are about $13,000 installed. 13 to 15,000 depends on the structure. Okay. We could pole mount them as well. In terms of an individual homeowner, it depends on sort of what your wind system looks like there. And by that I mean if you're living in an older neighborhood, lots of trees, there's less wind.
Gotcha.
And some of the newer developments, certainly there's going to be a lot more wind at that point. So it's all very regional at that point as well, and we certainly do recommend a wind test for some locations if you're not certain about the wind there.
Now, how has it been so far? What are the results been, or has it been too early to tell?
It's been a little bit too early to tell. Okay. They're certainly very excited about it. It's one of the most forward-thinking municipalities in the area. They've already got, that whole building has geothermal, which has cut their heating bills just by a huge amount. So now suddenly they're bringing us on board as well, and the systems are now starting to work together. So this is the first time in Manitoba that you're actually having wind power that's able to operate the geothermal system as well.
Where do you want to see this go? Like, in your vision, is this something we're going to see on every building down the road when this finally catches on and people say, hey, why didn't we think of this sooner?
Absolutely. It's unused rooftop real estate. What are you doing with office buildings? What are you doing with roofs of houses? There's really nothing up there other than keeping the elements out. So you can start to put these renewable energy systems up there, whether it be solar panels or wind turbines, right? By our calculations, we can take a downtown office building and we can turn it into the same amount of energy that one of the large-scale propellers is going to make. So multiply that by the number of buildings you've got downtown, and suddenly you've got quiet, cost-effective energy that's being generated from those buildings. That, if you're asking my vision, that's where I see this thing going.
Real quickly, they contacted you. You went down there, did a proposal, put it out in front of them. If somebody watching right now is thinking, I'd love to get more information about this for our office building or for what have you, what's their best shot?
Go to our website, globalwindgroup.com. You can see all of our blogs up there, all of the YouTube videos, everything's there. We've really tried to keep it up and fresh and new so that everybody can find out all about it.
You know what, folks? Also go to breakfasttelevision.ca because you're on there every day. You know it, and there'll be links right to your site. So we'll get more information. Thanks so much for coming down.
Yeah.
It's just neat to see. You hear the chat. It's nice to see it finally being done.
Great. Thanks very much, John.
My pleasure. We got more coming your way. Don't move.